On the edge of a small riverside town lived a man named Elias, known by everyone but truly understood by no one. He was a quiet carpenter who spent his mornings repairing old furniture and his evenings staring across the wide river that split the town in two. Years ago, a storm had destroyed the only bridge connecting both sides, and since then families were divided, friends were separated, and businesses struggled. Everyone complained, but no one acted, except Elias. One foggy morning, he walked to the riverbank with nothing but a rope, a small wooden toolbox, and a determination that seemed far too big for one man. People laughed as he hammered the first plank into the muddy ground. "You build a bridge? Alone?" they mocked. Elias simply smiled and kept working, his hands steady even as his heart carried old, unspoken scars. For months, he worked in silence. When it rained, he worked. When it burned with heat, he worked. When people doubted him, he worked even harder. Some days he carried heavy wooden beams on his shoulders until he could barely stand. Other days he sat by the river, measuring, thinking, planning, listening to the water as if it whispered advice. Slowly, something extraordinary happened. The townspeople stopped laughing. First came a young boy who offered to hold nails. Then an elderly woman brought food. Soon, a group of fishermen joined to help carry logs. Without realizing it, Elias had inspired an entire town, not through speeches, but through consistent, unwavering effort. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Elias nailed the final plank into place. The bridge stood tall and beautiful, stretching proudly across the river like a promise kept. The townspeople cheered, but Elias walked quietly to the center of the bridge and touched the wood gently. A girl approached him, his daughter, who had lived on the opposite side since her parents' separation years ago. Tears filled her eyes. "You built this, for us?" she asked. Elias swallowed hard. "I built it because I didn't want the past to stop the future anymore." She hugged him, and for the first time in many years, Elias let himself cry. That night, as lanterns glowed along the brand-new bridge, the whole town celebrated. But the real celebration was inside Elias, a silent victory of healing, courage, and resilience. The next morning, someone asked him how he built something so impossible. Elias smiled softly and replied, "A broken world is fixed the same way a bridge is built, one plank, one day, one small act of hope at a time."